Welcome back, guys, to Jubei Reacts. Today, we're watching episode 12 of Death Note. In the last episode, we got introduced to second Kira, and we met her at the end of the last episode, along with the whole announcement on TV that Kira... What happened?
The tapes.
Yeah, but what did she say? Oh, that she would be against... The Kira is going to be against the police, basically.
Yeah.
Saying they're not on the same side.
Actual Kira's dad, Light, crashed through the news building with a bus. He was stumbling out of the hospital, snagged the tapes so they could look at all of them and see what they were going to do.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. And then Light was... Or Elle was like, this ain't even a real Kira. So now they got a second mystery.
Yeah, he was like, this bitch is stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
Whoever set these in...
Kira doesn't even like her. He's like, what a stupid idiot.
But, so that's what happened last episode. But we're gonna have to jump right into this episode. But if you like the episode, you should like, comment, subscribe. In that order. Actually, no. Subscribe first. Then like the video. Then comment in the video. Really appreciate that. And we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the video, so.
Why does he eat like that? What the...
何としてもニセキラのことは本部の人間より一歩先を知る必要がある。
Just stand outside and say, I'm Kira, and I'm sure she'll show up.
ゆか、ここでは龍崎と呼んでください。松井です。
Damn.
そして私は朝日だ。
The fucking drink brand.
Oh, he has to, and then they have to announce their aliases. That's what he's saying. Okay.
ここではライト君と呼ぶことにし
I was like, his dad just called his own name?
Yeah.
You know it!
キラに関する捜査資料と
It's crazy he's doing this knowing that he is Kira.
Yeah.
He's just showing him everything.
Yeah.
分かった。
But he has to say, like, what he actually thinks if he didn't know.
第二のキラの可能性は伏せ、八神ライト君に捜査協力してもらうという方向でいきます。
He really doesn't trust Light.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, I wouldn't either. He's Kira. I mean, good call.
I just think it's so funny. We're gonna hide all this shit from him, guys. Shut the fuck up!
You're Asahi! The beer, dry!
このビデオを見たら第二のキラだという推理をしてくれるかもしれません。第二のキラの可能性があると推理したらライト君の疑いはほぼ晴れるということです。
どういうことだ、龍崎。
キラなら捜査本部の指揮を取っているエルは絶対殺したいと思っているはずです。
ではもし息子が第二のキラの推理をしなければ疑いが深まるというのか。
いえ、その場合は 5% 未満のままですし、そのままこちらから第2のキラの線で捜査していると打ち明けて協力してもらいます。
Doesn't make sense to me, though.
What do you mean?
If he suspects that he's Kira, hold on. If L suspects that Light is Kira, right? Why wouldn't he say, like, no, that's... he would know that's not him, obviously, right? Which means he could play along and say that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it'll also help kind of clear his suspicion of being the one doing that stuff. So obviously he would do that. So why would that reduce his chances of being suspected as being Kira?
If he knows that there's a second Kira, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because
Or if
obviously...
he doesn't know there's a second Kira.
No, if he does know.
I think he was saying if he doesn't know, then he wouldn't suspect him.
No, he said his chance of being Kira would still be at 5%.
Yeah.
I feel like the suspicion of him being Kira should be independent of whether he thinks there's a second Kira.
You guys please explain it to us. Hold on.
Because
I'm
like,
trying to think right now. I gotta remember
he
because I wasn't even
knows
listening to
that
the...
he's like, you're probably Kira. And obviously if he's Kira, and that, or I think he is, and he goes, yeah, I think this is a different person. I mean, duh, because you're in front of me right now. And this isn't how you do things.
But he's saying he's saying he has amazing deductive reasoning skills. Just like when he sat down with him, he said, your son is almost a fucking genius. He's basically saying that your son's a fucking genius. I expect him, because of the level of his intelligence and the deductive reasoning skills that I've seen so far, I think he could realize that there is a second Kira.
Why would that reduce my suspicion of him as being the actual Kira?
If he knows, right?
if he thinks there's a second Kira?
Because it's basically saying, like, he's not playing it off that he doesn't know. Does that make sense? Or, like...
I think it's, like, irrelevant to him whether he thinks there's a second Kira or not. Because right now he's just an investigator. So whether he's like... But they're saying that would make me... Oh, you think there's another Kira? Man, you're in the clear. Sorry,
because he's saying that if he doesn't
make sense to me.
But he's saying because if he doesn't, then L has to show up on TV, and if he does, he dies. So if he doesn't say anything and says that there isn't a second Kira, basically L's for sure dead. So he said, why would he miss an easy opportunity to kill L, and not even have himself suspected?
Someone else could have killed. I mean, the second Kira could kill L, right?
That's what he wants. Wants.
But he could still suspect there's a second Kira, and then be like, "Oh fuck, guys, we didn't get to him in time. So L's dead."
Okay, maybe you have to break it down. Okay, hold up. Okay, so
you better start breakdancing right now.
Yeah. So Light doesn't know that L knows that they're suspecting a second Kira.
Yeah, he does.
So if Light doesn't say anything, then maybe he can get skirt by, right? By them not knowing, and now the L has to show up on TV and die, right? And he would never be suspected anyway, right? In that scenario, that if they didn't know that there was a second Kira.
But in the second scenario where they do think there's a second Kira, and they don't find the second Kira in 3 days, L still goes on TV and could die.
No, but it's... So...
He's a 3-day time limit. If Light is like, fuck, guys. Sorry, I don't know who... We can't find this second Kira. You're going to have to go on TV, L.
Yeah. And then
he still dies, even though he said, like, I think there's a second Kira. That's why I'm like, I don't understand him being like, oh, there's a second Kira, or, gosh, this original Kira is out there doing crazy stuff. Doesn't make a difference for me on whether L will be on TV or not. Just because you suspect there's a second culprit doesn't change the events necessarily. Like, L can still end up on TV and die, whether he pretends to know there's another person or not. Because that other person will still end up killing L if he goes on TV. What are your thoughts on this, Isa? You've been awfully quiet.
One, I'm trying to follow what you guys are saying.
I know it's
yeah, but I also thought... I thought that he said that his suspicion of him would go down if he didn't identify that there was a second Kira from the video.
I heard the opposite.
Okay.
Maybe we should go back.
Okay,
perhaps
let's watch this
rewatch.
again.
Let's just go back at like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
like maybe a minute.
Okay.
しかしあの時テレビ局にたまたま駆けつけた沖田さんが殺されたこと
I don't like having to think for my anime.
殺せるような言い方をしていることから第二のキラーは顔だけで殺せるということになります。要はライト君に捜査状況とビデオを見てもらい第二のキラーの可能性があると推理したらライト君の疑いはほぼ晴れるということです。
Okay, see? So if he says there's a second Kira, he won't suspect him as much anymore.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the original thing. Because for me, I'm like, what fucking difference does that make? Whether he pretends to not know, or he tells the truth that there is a second Kira, L could still end up going on TV. Really, the thing that makes a difference is whether or not L or Light tries to find the second Kira in time. In the 3-day period.
Yes, but here's the thing.
He could act like...
No, but here's the thing. He would say that there's a second Kira, right? But now they know there's 2 Kiras. If they can find the first Kira before 3 days... before the 3 days are up, right?
Second Kira.
Second Kira. So if they find the second Kira before the 3 days are up, then Light is cleared, plus they found the second Kira. But if he tells a lie and he doesn't find it, then he's still under suspicion that he could be Kira, even though they may find the second Kira.
Okay, your point makes sense to me. However...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He could also pass up this easy chance and be like, okay, they find the second Kira in the time limit, right? even though L says, or like, I hate that both their names start with L. It pisses me off so fucking much. That Raito says, yes, there's a second Kira, right? But they find that second Kira before the 3 days are up. Like, maybe Kira doesn't do something to like really help find them, but it so happens, right? That doesn't necessarily clear Light from being Kira, right? He could just be like, yeah, there's a second Kira, and then try and sabotage them so that they don't find them in time.
Yeah.
Right? So really, his answer doesn't mean jack shit to me. I'm clearing his suspicion yet. I think what would matter more to me is how it plays out.
Well,
you know?
Let's find out how it plays out.
But that's the thing. I don't know. Okay, so
like I can't
I have to go with another argument. I'm not gonna do it because holy fuck, the video's already like halfway through.
Okay, so we'll play. And we'll see what happens.
以上のことから私が本物のキラだということが分かったと思います。
しかしなぜこのビデオに関しての説明を誰もしてこない。何か変だ。
They're testing me. That's on me, guys, I promise.
どうですか、ライト君。何か分かりましたか？
Why does he look like that?
キラの力を持った人間は一人じゃないかもしれない。少なくともこいつは今までのキラじゃない可能性が高い。
Why do you call it a power? We never knew what was
Yeah,
that.
true.
Wait a second, hold on. That's right, wrapped
キラ
up.
の殺人に顔と名前が必要とするなら、テレビ局に偶然駆けつけた刑事や警官を殺せたのもおかしいじゃないか。
よくやったライト。お前の疑いは晴れたはずだ。
その通りです。
Just kidding. L was lying. This made me more suspicious.
やはり分かっていて僕を試したのか。試したのではありません。決まりですね。まず第二のキラを止めなければなりません。奴は明らかにキラに共鳴しているし、そんなに賢くは。
She's dumb as bricks. I hate her.
本物のキラを演じてほしいんです。
Oh.
くらいの才能があればこなせる。
Your abilities.
Play yourself.
Yeah.
夜のニュースで流せるようキラからの呼びかけの原稿を作ってもらえますか。
Got him.
龍崎
Can't play it too good.
Yeah, I love how he was like, I'm not gonna say anything about this. Do you see anything about it? he's like, God damn it! He knows that I know.
私も死にます。いや、キラになりきってみたら今の状況なら絶対 L だけは殺せと指示すると思ってね。
自分が本物だというもう一人のキラが現れました。まずこのキラから送られてきたビデオをご覧ください。
ご覧ください。
That's cute.
So, oh. This girl seems very mentally stable.
Granted, that bunny had a
Yeah.
gag on it or something.
Yeah.
Instead of an eye
Welcome
patch.
to my home. This is my statue of death.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. That's right, amen. I love how it's all this occult stuff and then it's a painting of Mary. This Shinigami is probably like, this girl is dumb as fuck.
何？
キラさん、お返事ありがとうございます。私はキラさんの言う通りにします。
こんなのに引っかかるな。クソ。
キラさんは目を持ってないと思いますが、私はキラさんを殺したりはしません。安心してください。
バカかこいつ。
何か警察の人にはわからない。
Oh god, I'm shitting myself.
Those eyes.
I know.
お互いの死神を見せ合えば確認できます。
Oh my god!
ダメだこいつ。
It's like, this motherfucker.
I know.
He's
He's like, it all makes sense. He got killed by Shinigami.
Well, yes.
Well, I mean, people are randomly fucking dying, so
you're
yeah.
right. Everybody's like, this girl's so annoying. She just ruined everything.
I know.
Yeah.
Told about the eyes and the Shinigami. Like, are you kidding me?
You wouldn't even need to say that in the message.
You wouldn't.
You
If
literally,
they knew-
you would know from the moment you saw each other. Why would you say that? We can confirm by, showing each other our willies. Like, you don't need to do that.
He's not very bright.
キラも刑務所内の犯罪者に死神が存在するような文章を書かせていた。
You fucked up, Light.
He also did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been playing around like that.
それはないよ、父さん。これが今までのキラなら、僕たちの作ったビデオに対して返事をするはずがない。死神というのは殺人の力を示しているんじゃないかな。少なくとも死神という言葉は、キラと第二のキラの間では共通し、意味の通る何かと考えられる。それが何なのか。じゃあまた返事をして言うだけ。下手に探りを。
You laughing about?
Because you go, yeah. like regretting.
Like, pause the fucking thing. Fine, we can talk about
I think
it.
it's so funny because you regretted it halfway through.
I know, because
I think it's
I
just like-
started and then I was like, nah, this isn't important enough to stop the fucking video.
He's not gonna commit. He didn't commit, bro.
もしかすると、今度は本物のキラが返事をしてくるかもしれません。
Well, he's kind of pretending to be himself right now, so.
ではしばらくは第二のキラの荷から追っていきましょう。
Do you think their Shinigami can see like will she be able to see his and he'll be able to see hers?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Because
sure they can.
if she gets in the room with the police, then she'll see him and be like, "Oh my gosh, it's you."
Yeah, that would be genius, actually.
You know?
She would definitely fangirl over
So
it.
she would definitely be like, "Oh my gosh."
I mean, to be fair, she could just kill everyone in the room if she wanted to.
I guess, yeah.
聞いていい？
She has eyes.
なんだ。
死神はデスノートを持ってないとダメ。人間にデスノートを持たせて遊ぶには2冊必要。
私は死神界でも数少ない。死神を殺す方法を知っている死神だから。
Oh, okay.
とでも言っておこう。
Wasn't that something about, like, you can't
じゃあ
kill
死
them?
神殺してノートを奪ってそれをミサにくれたんだ。
違うな。殺したわけではない。死神を殺す方法は
And then it changes scenes.
人間に恋させることだ。
I don't like her.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Which one's more ugly, her or you?
I think her.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, something about her making me uncomfortable.
I think it's her snake-like
ジェラス
features.
は死神界からいつもその子を見ていた。
元気そうなのになんで今日なんだろ
私もどう死ぬのか気になって一緒に眺めることにした。突然路地から一人の男が現れ、娘に告白した。当然娘は断った。
Wow. I feel like that's a bad decision when he has a knife in his hand. Like, just say yes for now.
やめないか。ジェラスはその娘を助けるためにノートを使ってしまった。
A lot of moaning.
This is always
Sounds
heard from
like
this
me.
guy.
ジェラスは砂とも錆ともわからぬものに変わり死んだ。
So it's that easy to kill him, huh? Just
そし
break
て
the
ジェラス
rules.
の命が助けられた娘に見合った寿命として与えられた。
Well, how did that work, though? He didn't, like, specifically do anything for it to go to her.
その子に恋してなければ死神は死ななかったってこと？私を助けてくれたのはジェラスって死神だったんだ。
そう。ジェラスはお前に恋をし
Oh.
た。
Yeah, so it was her.
だ
Oh.
からその
She had dark hair.
お前のものだ。
She dyed it.
Yeah, she didn't die her.
I guess.
Because I think she's supposed to be a Japanese girl. Yeah. So pause it. So you're saying there's no way like he should have died, right? Like the Shinigami.
No, he did nothing to, like, transfer his lifespan to her specifically.
It's because he died, and he has a certain amount of lifespan, so the lifespan has to go somewhere. It doesn't just disappear.
Yeah, but what did he do to... I didn't think he could make a conscious... He was punished by dying. I didn't think he could be like, and I want the rest of my life to go to her.
Maybe
Like-
Because he saved her life. Because
Well-
her life was supposed to end.
I mean,
So
the
he
only
ch-
action he did was kill a guy.
Yeah, but he
and break the
changed
rules.
fate.
But-
Her time limit on her, because everyone has a time.
Yeah.
Right? It was going to get to 0.
Yeah.
And basically, what happens to the girl once it gets to 0? She's supposed to die.
Yeah.
But she did.
But she didn't. So, since he created a situation where he basically saved her life, he's punished. He dies. But the lifespan that he had goes to her because she needs a lifespan now.
I just thought it would stay on 0 for like
so,
the future.
Yeah,
like, it would
she
just
lives
stay
forever.
on 0 and then keeps going until someone else fixes the
negative
problem.
numbers.
I see.
Yeah.
But that's basically what happens. And I just noticed this, but there is like a kind of a math thing here. They said every time a Shinigami like kills somebody, their life gets added to
it does
to the Shinigami's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I forgot about that.
So what did she have? Like a millennium added to her life?
I mean, you don't know.
He's been killing for a long time.
We don't know how much he had. Maybe because
or how long she's been around, or
yeah, we don't know if he was really
how long she's been around.
I mean, I'm saying, and did like the lifespan that he gave her get cut in half because she took the eyes now?
Yeah, I guess she did cut her. I mean, she had a life that long. Fuck, I guess she could cut it in half.
I mean, you never know. Like you'd have to know how many years Jealous had left.
Yeah.
You don't know. So, but yeah.
Okay. Why did he fall in love with like the most annoying girl? Didn't you just say not to tell anyone?
Right.
You stupid idiot. I could kill you right now.
She said, like a bison.
No, the double text can't do that. Can't do the double text.
The double VHS tape.
Just turn around.
Yeah. Someone he will hate.
Yeah.
And I also hate.
I love the duality of like the attitudes. It's like, I wonder what this other Kira's like. She's like, I wonder what this other Kira's like.
Yeah.
You know?
Fucking stupid idiot.
Yeah. All right. Thoughts, comments,
concerns.
Yes.
What are you concerned about?
Okay. Back to the argument we were having earlier. So if he were to talk to L about okay.
You lost me. We have to go back to the scene. We gotta look at it again.
It was a little hard for me to follow in the middle.
Yeah, at the beginning.
At the beginning, just because I thought I heard him say the opposite of what he said.
Yeah.
I love how the whole argument, she's just like, you're both wrong. And then she went back and she went, fuck, I was wrong. Now I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah. I just want them to meet. And no. But I want them to meet. I hope she doesn't get caught by the police before they have a chance to meet.
Okay.
Because that would suck if they have to be in the same room and she goes, oh my gosh, you're Shinigami! Oh my gosh, you're Kira! Oh my gosh, look at you! Oh my gosh, I
would love for that to happen. I don't want her to get caught before she meets Kira because I want Kira to be able to unleash all his anger upon her.
Yeah, I want them to meet, but I don't want her to get arrested before they have a chance to meet, is what I'm saying. Like, I want them to be able to meet on their own.
I want her to reveal everything she knows to L except Kira's identity, and then Kira has to navigate around all these slip-ups in information. And him paying, oh fuck, what do I do? They know about the Shinigami!
Shinigami
they know about the Death Note! Oh god!
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I want to see happen. I want to see him get some extra challenge.
I just don't want her to call him out. Because that would be such a stupid way for him to get caught.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Literally, he's Kira! No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
God damn it! My plans!
Who are you really gonna believe?
All of my plans!
Or her? I am sweating.
What do you guys think about Jealous in that whole story? That it was actually her in that telling that story.
I think he fucking wasted it. Like, why would he have done it for her? What about her? He was like, nah, she can't die now.
I mean, he loved her.
Yeah.
I guess he was like, it's like you're admiring somebody for so long. And it's like he knows he's never gonna be able to be with her. But he's like she's such a good person. You know, I've been watching her for so long. She's been doing all this stuff, and I want to save her. I mean, I want to be able to save the person that I see that is just a wonderful person.
I mean, maybe she has some type of charm. She had 2 admirers. One was the Shinigami and one was that random man from the alley. You know, she must have been doing something right. The appeal.
I mean, I can tell you that I don't think it's that big of She's a model. Yeah. Or like an idol. Model
that
idol
makes
thing.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, good episode. Can't wait for them to meet and kiss or whatever.
I doubt that will happen. He might punch her in the throat.
Damn.
But
which I'm also welcome to.
Or maybe they could team up. You know, become the Avengers of the Death Note or something.
Did he?
Yeah.
The Avengers of the Death Note. But if they do that, then Elle will go on TV and die.
And I mean, technically, Elle doesn't have to go on TV here. He just the other police chief would probably die, or not police chief, but police director or something. Whatever. He would die.
Yeah.
So, but I think Elle's sense of justice is too high for him to be like, I'm just gonna hide it here and let that guy die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah.
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 So, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching and coming back to this series. I appreciate you guys. I know it's been a while and I'm really sorry. You know, it happens. Life happens. So, I hope you guys understand. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe.
In that order.
Peace.